What's going on, everybody? Check out this clip from the Pre-Patch Podcast. All right, well, let's talk about Diablo 4. Let's talk about games that we're playing. So, Diablo 4, game that's a year old. Everybody thought, was kind of dead and gone. And for most part, it was. It was.
Yeah.
It had some rough seasons. I kept up with season 1 and 2, and then fell off of season 3. But season
Honestly,
4,
that's how it goes with Diablo though. Like even Diablo 3, the first and I think we said this when Diablo 4 first releases, like the first 4 or 5 seasons is just them trying to dial everything in and get everything to where they want it to be. And then after that, that's where you're going to get the actual gameplay.
well,
I was hoping that they were going to do it better, but
yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is you would just think that in 2024, after so many games that you've already launched, plus you already have successful games like PoE, Last Epoch, all that other kind of stuff, like
for sure.
Why you should be able to kind of get this right. And obviously there were some missteps. Now Loot Reborn is the name of this season. And it very much has a massive amount of quality of life changes that kind of happened. I'm not going to go through all of them, but some of the big changes was basically they brought the fun back into the game, right? What people wanted was to be able to get in, feel uber powerful, don't have to grind till late game to feel it, or even hit that like wall. Like I know most of us, except for I think Scruffy, I don't think you really played.
I never got past the beta.
But yeah, so all of the other, myself, Enigma, and Bill all played it. And when I say the wall, we all know exactly what it was. Like you would hit a wall where just it wasn't fun anymore. Like you just basically peaked out, and like everything became a lot harder. They kind of took that away. And so they made it so that like one, there's a reason to do hell tides. You're not getting like ungodly amounts of like stupid loot. Like the loot that you're getting actually is meaningful, and it's not just garbage. They added a whole tempering system where now like you can go in and you can add stats that you really want outside of just like agility and things like that. Like, and you're also hunting different recipes for those tempers. They changed.
Let me ask you this: have they added a map overlay yet?
No. I don't think so.
Brother.
Not that I know of. But well, I mean, and so here's the thing though, honestly, in this season, at least there is no, like, you're not doing like endless dungeon runs until you get to the pit. And it's mainly hell tides. And so in hell tides, you're really kind of staying in a very focused area, that you're not just kind of running around. I mean, I get the overlay thing.
Fine. It's just such a necessity in isometric.
I don't like it, but again, I'm a minority. I understand that.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Scruffy. I think it's ridiculous. That was one of my one of the main complaints I had when it first released was like, how can you release an ARPG in 2024 and not have an overlay map?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's such a fundamental feature.
I mean, even Binding of Isaac, an indie game, has overlay map.
It's just ridiculous.
Okay.
But anyway, so no, they did not add an overlay map, but they also, but some of the other quality of life things that they did change too was like before you, all of like your aspects and all that kind of stuff you had to have inventory of. Now that's gone. Like now you just get the aspect. Once you like get rid of a legendary or deconstruct a legendary, you get the aspect of it. So you're hunting the higher tier aspects. It lets you know how many of those tiers are there. So like you may find an aspect, and you'll look at your codex and it says 1 of 16. That means that there's 16 other variants of that aspect that are actually higher quality. You're hunting obviously your uniques, but then they added in one of the things that a lot of people said they should have had from the very beginning, which was the greater rifts from Diablo 3. I mean, that was kind of what people did in Diablo 3, was basically you did rifts. So they added something called the pit, and the pit is basically greater rifts. You're continuously pushing through the pit to get to higher versions of the pit, to get better gear, to get better loot, and all of those kind of things. So they added that in. It's just, the leveling is faster, it's better. Did they
rework the bosses and stuff like the Ubers and whatnot? Is there a reason to fight more than just Duriel?
Yeah, so I mean, you're still mat hunting with some of those, but also you're going in, and they made it so that it's not just grinding out those Ubers just to get one mat. Like, you actually now have the ability to craft, I think it's 3 uniques that you specifically want. And like, so you can go in and when you go and beat the Uber bosses, right, you basically will get a drop that you're able to then go and say, hey, I want to go and craft this version of a unique. So like, I don't know how many, I think I
And
only
then
think
they give
that
you a roll. It's role based after
yeah,
that, right?
it's still role
RNG.
based. Yeah, you're still RNG on
Okay.
those. So but the other thing that I really liked, and one of the things I was super concerned about, at least, was like the vampiric stuff, because that was in season 2. That was really fun. Like the abilities that they added, right? Like all the blood vampiric abilities and like pustules and all this other kind of crazy stuff. They added all that back in. So like all of that is still there. It's like codexes.
Did they add back in the auto casting for Ray's skeleton on the necromancer?
I believe so. I have not played
Because
Necro.
if they haven't, dude, that was the one sole thing that made necromancer just like impossible for me to play, or not impossible, but just not fun, right? Like not having to sit there and micromanage and pick, like you actually had to like have your mouse where you were actually like raising summons,
Yeah.
that was the one sole thing for necromancer that made necromancer completely unplayable for me in a lot of instances,
Yeah, no,
or
they
unenjoyable to play at least.
that again, I've not played Necro, so anybody in chat, if you are playing Necro, please comment, let us know, or again, post show, like, let us know about your builds that you're running. Would love to know some of the builds that you guys have if you're enjoying D4 season 4. But Necros are like the class this season. Like, they are fucking
yeah,
the class.
Ever since.
Necros are always the class. They give them a lot of love all the time.
I've heard Summoner Necro is actually like the play right now. Like Summoner
yeah, it's minion Necro is pretty crazy.
Well, if they have that auto raise, then yeah, I would imagine it would be. But I'll have to go back and check. I wanted to go back and check it, but I've just got way too much stuff on my plate. I'm playing Helldiver still, and V Rising and Fallout 76. Boo, sir.
I'm kidding. No, this is actually a really good time to go back to to go back into Diablo right now. Like I said, every class, like at first I was struggling to find a class because I played a Necro, I had played a Druid, I had played a Sork. I have never played a Rogue.
This one really threw me through for a loop when I logged on and watched you playing a fucking Bard.
Yeah,
yeah.
Barb.
So I was like, since never played a Barbie boy.
Well,
I've never.
I did. I played it the very first go. Like when it launched, I played Barbarian.
Maybe you hated it.
I played it. Yeah, I played it up until 50, and it was rough. Yeah, it was not fun.
It was rough. It was very slow.
This one, a lot of fun with it, man. Like I don't know why. It's a lot of fun. So I'm really enjoying. Plus, I guess I lied because I said I kept the whale in check. I did whale a little bit.
Of course, we know. We're aware.
He relapsed.
But the cosmetics for Barbarian are bar none better than any other fucking class in this game. I'm sorry.
They do give Barbie boys a lot of love with their cosmetics. They always have.
It's amazing. So I was like, I gotta play it for these. Like the 3 that were in my shop, they knew exactly what they were doing. They're like, oh, I can get them to buy them. And for sure fucking enough, like the 3 that were there, because when I tried a Rogue, like, so all you Rogue players out there, I don't know how you do it. I can't do it. I hate that fucking class. I can't stand it.
I enjoyed Rogue, man. Yeah, I enjoyed Rogue when I was playing.
I think I played Rogue. I think I didn't like it.
Twisting Blades Rogue and Trap Rogue are like really fun.
I just can't get into that play style.
And bow. The one bow build's actually really good. The puncture build.
Yeah, that's the one I played.
But when I loaded up the Necro, or I didn't, it was the Sork I was gonna play. No, it was Barbarian, it was Druid, and it was Rogue. When I loaded up the Druid and the Rogue, neither one of them had good. Like they were like, oh hey, here's just for you. They sucked. They weren't that great. Like they were kind of like eh. But when I loaded up that Barbarian,
Druid's cosmetics always look really bad in my opinion, dude. I don't know if it's just the character model or what, but it just none of their cosmetics look.
It was the Barbarians one are fucking dope, dude. So
same with Necro, really. Like I haven't seen a Necro one other than like maybe the intro,
The
where
season-
the one that they first gave you.
The season 2
that
ones
I thought
weren't
looked
bad.
good.
I had a couple season 2 skins that are really good. But anyway, season 4, DA4, it's going on right now until August. You know, the game is not free to play. No, I'm sorry. Well, no, it's not free to play. It's on Game Pass. If you want to support.
Oh, they added
Microsoft.
it. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I'm
That's crazy.
almost 1,000% sure. Let me double check, but I'm
If you want to
almost
break the boycott,
Diablo 4 Game Pass. I'm almost 1,000% sure that it is on Game Pass. Yeah, it's on Game Pass.
I wouldn't doubt
Um,
it. Yeah, we said that they were gonna add it without a doubt.
But it's still $60 on or $70 on Steam and $70 on BattleNet if you want to play it there. But in any case, it's Diablo 4. You know, it's what you're used to. So, all right,
Just waiting for PoE 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna be a bit.
Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the patch notes. And if you want to join us live, we stream every single Thursday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern here on YouTube as well as on Twitch. Also, if you miss a show, you can always catch us at anchor.fm/pre-patch podcast or wherever you listen to your podcast. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the show.